I have not narrated this very often in my speeches, but I would like to narrate it here because this is a state that has been the closest to Swami's heart, obviously. But this is also the state that has borne the biggest brunt in the last 2 years. When in 2003, Swami had a fall, it was a very, very difficult period for all of us because we are adjusting to a divine master who is playing his Leela at a very different plane. We were all youngsters. We had not seen the earlier incidents of Bhagwan's life where he had the appendicitis, where he had the earlier fall. We were coping up. We were coping with this new face of Bhagwan. How do we deal with Bhagwan at this point of time? Here is Bhagwan, who has, on the night of 3rd of June 2003, Bhagwan was very unsteady on his feet. He used to walk, he used to take a very long time to walk. In that, ఆ పరిస్థితిలో రాత్రిపూట 10:30-11 గంటకట్లా Swami was going towards the bathroom. He held the chair. ఒక చైర్ని పట్టుకున్నారు, ఆ చైర్ జారిపోయింది. And he fell down. I could make out that Swami is in very, very severe pain. But I did not even imagine that there was a fracture. I had to lift Swami and take him towards the bathroom and kept holding him. And I had to lift him again and bring him back. He was not able to put his weight on his foot. He could not put any weight on the left foot. He came and lay down in the bed. He did not. The next day, we were to go to the Chief Minister's house. Sri S.M. Krishna was the Chief Minister of Karnataka then. We were supposed to go to his house in the evening, and Bhagwan was not getting up in the morning. I was there in the room waiting for the instructions that Swami, what is to be done. Those days, at 5 o'clock, Swami would open the door and send us out, and then he would be on his own because he's always so independent. Swami is always so independent. So we are adjusting to this situation now. It's a new situation. Please understand what it means to be with the Divine Master, the responsibilities that come along with the bliss. Why does he take some of us close? Because there is a tremendous responsibility that he has foreseen for all of us. That unless there is absolute love for the Divine Master, we cannot deal with that kind of a responsibility. So here I am, alone, sitting with Swami, waiting for instructions. Swami, what is to be done? Swami, ఏమైంది Swami? మాట్లాడండి Swami. ఏమీ లేదు, ఊరికే ఉండు అంటున్నారు. స్వామి మీరు లేయటం లేదు స్వామి, టైం అయిపోయింది స్వామి, కొంచెం టిఫిన్ అయినా తీసుకోండి, కొంచెం గంజి తీసుకొస్తాను స్వామి, ఊరికే ఉండు నువ్వు అన్నారు. He's just lying, just closing his eyes and lying on the bed. We are unable to. How do we approach the Divine Master? How do you approach divinity when he is withdrawn himself? How do you approach the Divine Master? So I waited for a few more hours. It was 9 o'clock in the morning. I again went and held Swami's hand. Swami, 9 గంట అయింది స్వామి, ఏం చేయమంటారు మా? ఏమీ లేదు, నువ్వు ఊరికే కూర్చొని ఉండు అన్నారు. And now I am starting to panic. Swami, డాక్టర్ని ఏమైనా పిలవాలనా? With great difficulty you can utter these words. How can you utter the word doctor to Swami? We have seen Swami curing people like this. How can you utter the word doctor to Bhagwan? I took the courage. The words are coming out of my mouth as if I am telling a blasphemy to Swami. ఏదో పాపం చేస్తున్నానేమో అని ఆ భావంతో నేను చెప్పినాను, ధైర్యం చేసి చెప్పినాను, స్వామి డాక్టర్ని ఏమైనా పిలవాలనా స్వామి? ఊరికే ఉండు అన్నారు. He slept through the day. At around 4 o'clock, somebody came. Janki Ramaya Garu came. The news had reached Puttaparthi. This was in Vrindavan. News had reached Puttaparthi that Swami has not come out. So Janki Ramaya Garu had come. I came and told Swami, baita andaru kaachkoni unnaru Swami, emi khabar ledu. Those days, you could set the time by Swami's darshan, right? Swami was so punctual. And this day, morning, Swami had not come out. People are concerned. So I told Swami, Janki Ramaya garu vachar Swami, ఏమని చెప్పమంటారు Swami? నన్ను కూర్చోపెట్టు అన్నారు. With a fractured hip, Swami sat on the bed without any back support. He sits on his cot, and when Janki Ramaya garu comes in, Swami says, ఏం ఇట్లా ఏమనుకున్నారు, ఏం లేదు, నేను బాగున్నాను చూడు, ఊరికే షేవ్ చేయలేదు ఈరోజు అంటున్నారు. అందుకే కొంచెం గడ్డం పెరిగింది, షేవ్ చేయలేదు, లేకపోతే బాగానే ఉన్నారు, అనవసరంగా మీరు కంగారు పడుతున్నారు అని చెప్పి ఓదార్చి వాళ్ళని పంపించారు. పండపెట్టురా అన్నారు. I made him sleep again. Again 4 hours. The previous day at 10 o'clock, Swami had fallen. 11 o'clock, Swami had fallen. At 7 o'clock, Swami tells, go and call the doctor. Swami, ఏ డాక్టర్ని పిలువమంటారు Swami? బోన్ డాక్టర్ని పిలువు అన్నారు. That's when we don't know what happens with the Divine Master. And when Dr. Sundaresh came, he told, చూడు, మీరు ఏం చేయదలుచుకున్నారో చేయండి, ఈ శరీరాన్ని మీకు అప్పు చెప్తున్నాను. At every point of time, just please understand what Bhagwan stands for. He never ever identified with the body. We go and tell, అయ్యో అమ్మ నాకు ఇది సరిలేదు, నాకు అది బాగలేదు, ఇది బాగలేదు అని మనం డాక్టర్ దగ్గర వెళ్తాం. స్వామి టెల్స్, ఈ శరీరాన్ని మీకు అప్పు చెప్తున్నారు, మీ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ, మీరు ఏం చేసుకున్నారో చేయండి. Then everything happened, the surgery happened. After the surgery, during Swami was given anesthesia, etc. The whole surgery was done. After the surgery, when we came back, I narrate this always, surgery is over, Swami told, నేను ఇక్కడ ఉండను, ఇంటికి తీసుకెళ్ళు. So 3 hours after the operation, we are back in Vrindavan. We are taking Swami up in the stretcher. And Swami calls me, hey, Chudu. I thought probably we had shaken the stretcher and it's paining Swami. I told Swami, ఏమైనా నొప్పి అయిందమ్మా అని అడిగాను. ఊరికే ఉండు, విను, he's telling. He's just out of anesthesia. 3 hours after that. And he says, చూడు, నాతో 5 మంది డాక్టర్స్ వచ్చారు, వాళ్ళకి కాఫీ ఇచ్చేయి అంటారు. See that the Divine Master, how he is always out there. He is never, no vectors, nothing points towards him. It is always radiating. That's the radiation of the divine love. And he says that andarki coffee iche. And he did not allow me to come near till I had gone and told the coffee and all those things. And I told Swami, anni erpatlu chesanu Swami. Then he tells the doctor, telling that, hey, this is how you performed the surgery. He is narrating to the doctor the exact steps of how he performed the surgery. That is the Divine Master. Who is Swami? Where does Swami exist? Does he live in that body? In that body that has been anesthetized and which is lying unconscious there? What is Swami? And his independence continues. Within 4 days, Swami was walking. After that surgery, within 4 days, Swami started taking a few steps. And every one of you must remember that Guru Purnima after that. The way Swami walked, as if he had come on a march past. The way Swami, I'll never forget the walk of Swami on the Guru Purnima after the fall. The independence was there. He tells that I am surrendering the body to you, and then he tells, now I am in control back again. Duranga undu, urke undu. And then he started telling me, you go to the office. I told Swami, office akkarలేదు Swami. నేను ఉంటాను Swami, సేవ చేస్తాను. Hey, ఆఫీస్లో పని ఉంటాను, ఎవరు చూస్తారు? He started sending me to the office. On 29th of August, he had another fall. On 29th of August, 2003, Swami had another fall. When we went to the room, Swami was lying on the floor. When we tried to lift Swami was in excruciating pain. We had to bring a plank. We brought a plank, put it slowly under Swami and lifted Swami with the plank and brought him to the bed. Swami was telling, virigpoindi, malli virigpoindi annaru. He could not move an inch. This pain was definitely much, much more than the previous the previous incident. Bhagwan was lying there. Swami, doctor, we already, no more taking permission from Swami. We had already made the phone call and we told Dr. Sundaresh to come. So they were all on their way. Swami told, glass lo neer తీసుకోరా. I brought water. విభూతి ఉన్నాయా అని అడిగారు. స్వామి విభూతి ఉంది స్వామి. ఒక ప్యాకెట్ వేయమన్నారు దాంట్లో. I put a packet of vibhuti in the water. ఇది తీసుకురా అన్నారు. కలుపు అన్నారు. Swami, I mixed it, and he told, he just put this hand inside and started sprinkling on himself. Started sprinkling on himself like this, like this, like this. And he got up and sat. To that divine master, how do you deal with a master like that? He got up and sat, and see the beauty of the divine master. How even at that moment he wants to teach us one more lesson. మళ్ళీ అడిగారు, ఆ నీళ్ళు ఇంకా ఉన్నాయా అని అడిగారు. అంటే స్వామి ఉన్నాయి స్వామి అని చెప్పారు. కొంచెంసేపు మాట్లాడుతూ కూర్చున్నారు. తర్వాత అడిగారు, ఆ నీళ్ళు ఇంకా ఉన్నాయా, విభూతి వేసిన నీళ్ళు ఉన్నాయా? అవును స్వామి, అక్కడే దగ్గర పెట్టుకొని ఉన్నానని చెప్పాను. తీసుకురా అన్నారు. ఐ బ్రాట్ ఇట్. అదే నీళ్ళ ఇంకా వేరే విభూతి వేసుకొని తీసుకువచ్చావా అని అడిగారు. లేదు స్వామి, అదే నీళ్ళు స్వామి. ఏయ్ నిజంగా చెప్పు, అదే నీళ్ళ వేరే తీసుకొచ్చావు? లేదు స్వామి, అదే స్వామి, నేను అబద్ధం ఎందుకు ఆడతాను స్వామి. ఏయ్ సరిగా చెప్పు, నిజంగా చెప్పు. స్వామి అదే నీళ్ళు స్వామి, అదే నీళ్ళు స్వామి. దున్నపోతా, ఇంకొక విభూతి మరి ఒకసారి వేసిన విభూతి నేను మళ్ళీ వేయలేనా అని అడుగుతారు. See the lesson that Swami is trying to teach. ఒకసారి వేసిన విభూతి మళ్ళీ వేయలేనా నేను అని అడుగుతాను. ఏమంత అదే విభూతి అని చెప్పడం అంత అవసరం ఎందుకు నీకు? Why are you so concerned that it is the same vibhuti, that only the previous vibhuti will make do the help? నేను వేసిన విభూతి మళ్ళీ వేయలేనా అడుగుతున్నారు. So this is the divine master that we are dealing with. And when there were so many issues that were coming up, when Swami was in the ICU, this state was going through the brunt of it all, of the mad allegations that were being made, the loose talk that had started going around, that Swami was not taken care of well. He is the divine master. He is more than a father and a mother to all those who are around him. Every aspect of the divine master is so precious, so treasured for everyone around him, that when somebody comes and makes a comment of that kind, it is like putting a dagger into the heart. But the patience that Bhagwan has taught, that's what came in handy during that mad period. Please know that when all these questions were being raised, it wasn't as if we were unaware of what was being spoken about, but it is the discipline that Swami has taught, that you do not speak to the media, that we held back. We have given all the answers. I am making this statement not because I want to clear my name for anything. I am making this statement because I have seen people suffer because of this question. I have seen the agony in people who have come to have darshan of the samadhi. I have seen the agony in the minds, in the relatives of my friends who have come and started telling about what is being spoken about. There is nothing that I need to clear for myself. But please note that there was an inquiry in the ICU about the care that was given to Swami. I was questioned for 1 hour by a team of doctors. By a team of the top physicians of the state had come and questioned me for 1 hour about what was the physical condition of this divine master of ours from 2003 to 2011. I have answered every single question to the panel of experts who had come. I don't need to answer the media. I do not need to answer the media. But to devotees who are having the agony of going through that, who have faced the brunt of these mad allegations, to them, I feel that I should make this statement, and only with that intent I am making this statement.